First off, I want to say congratulations to Coach Helton and Western Kentucky on their performance. That's a very good football team over there, and we knew coming to the game that we had to make some stops on defense and be able to move the ball on offense, have a chance to play. And they made more plays than we did, and we'll go back and look at it tonight. We're not going to blame offense or defense or any other side of the ball, but we could have done a lot of things better. And we're in a position to make plays and don't make plays, and we have 3 turnovers that really that's the story of the game. We had 609 yards offense. They had 630 yards offense. So, but we'll take this. I'm very proud of our team to win 10 games in a season. That's hard. I think there's only 22 or 24 in college football. And the way our guys fought and competed, I'm so proud of them. And those seniors will leave a legacy. These 2 guys beside me are unbelievable football players. They're better people, and they represent our university the right way. And that's something I'll take from these 2 for the rest of my life.
We will now open up for questions. Please raise your hand if you have a question.
Sean, you mentioned making plays, and it felt like there was like maybe a 3-possession exchange that really kind of turned the game. They're down near the goal line. Trey Cobb reads the middle screen really well, but can't get a hand on the ball. They score a touchdown. You guys come back down, you run the Malik Williams pass. Hennigan's open in the end zone, assuming Malik just couldn't see him. You go field goal instead of touchdown, and then the Cam Peoples fumble to start the 3rd quarter. And can you talk about maybe how those 3 possessions in particular kind of swung the game?
Well, if I remember right, when the tight end screen, we were in position. We were right there, and they told us the ball went through his hands. And then there's the double pass. Thomas was the second progression. He was wide open, and he couldn't see him. And we run that play, and then we hit Thomas once or twice since we've been running that play, but he was open. And then, we're down 7 at halftime, and we take the ball right down the field with the 15, 20-yard line, and we fumble. And to win games like this versus quality opponents, you can't turn the football over. And that's a big story of the game in turnovers. But again, we didn't do a very good job on defense of stopping Western Kentucky's offense. We didn't tackle well. We didn't get lined up well. We didn't do a lot of things well. But give our guys credit for competing to the very end.
Speaking of the defense, defenses have been chasing this offense all year long. It's not a new thing. You make the decision: are you going to lay back and you're going to try to keep them in front? Are you going to go after them? You kind of have to choose the way you want to defend them. You guys kind of attacked the line of scrimmage. You got aggressive with them. What was the thought process behind using that strategy?
Well, you had to pick your poison in the game. Get the quarterback Zappy off the spot. I mean, there's a reason he set the NCAA record today for all-time touchdown passes. He's an excellent quarterback. Gets the ball out of his hands quick, and we had to mix it up. We had to bring pressure. We had to drop 8. We had to go cover 0, and that puts the safeties and the corners on the island. And they have very good receivers out there, and it was perfect throws. And there wasn't like it was a bad throw today. He was on point today, and that's a result of going 0 and man coverage.
Towards the end of the game, Tyler Bird came in, was playing in DeMarco Jackson's spot. Anything to DeMarco's absence kind of towards the end of the game?
No, that's a personal decision between myself and DeMarco, and we'll keep it at that. But very proud of DeMarco, the way he competed and gave us all for Appalachian State.
Players too. Caden, obviously you're back there in the secondary, so you got a view of what was going on today. Kind of just give us a general feel of what you saw happening in front of you.
They're a good offense. Hats off to them. Bailey running the show back there did a great job, and the receivers just did a good job of getting open in one-on-one coverage. And yeah, they torched us, man. I mean, their route concepts were all working. Proud of how our defense ran to the ball and fought to the end, but they had a good scheme and they had great players, and that's just how it went.
Jalen, Bryce throws for 317 yards today. You make a big play. Obviously, there were some things you guys did on the field. What do you feel like the opportunities were, and are there some things you regret leaving out there?
I feel like we played well as an offense. Like Coach Clark was saying, we put up, 30 less yards than they did, 600 something yards. So I think all this came down to us, kind of having those turnovers. That happens in games, but unfortunately, that was a big turn in the game. So. But I think we played well as an offense overall.
Question to both of you guys is super seniors on this team. You know, you leave a legacy behind, you leave some young players behind, some guys that I know you kind of helped to tutor along the way. You know, as you think about the future of App State football, what are the things that really stand out to you going forward?
I know on the defensive end, I think it's just we had a lot of conversations already with some of the younger guys already, the guys coming back, and they were just thanking our senior class for kind of just showing them and paving the way for them and showing them how things get done and how to sustain success. And I just think we don't. Every year there's question marks for us on the defensive side when people leave, who's going to step in, who's going to fill in. And since I've been here, everyone's always answered the call. So I think you just expect big things out of those positions that we have leaving, the DeMarco's leaving, the me leaving, and seeing who's coming up from there. I think there's a lot to see there, and those guys know how to get done already just from seeing guys like us.
I think we're in a great position offensively. You know, we had a whole bunch of young guys at the receiver position make some plays. So hopefully, you know, they could bring that momentum into the next season and, you know, continue the legacy of receiver at App State. So I think we're in good hands, man. They just got to keep that mentality. And I was telling them, you know, don't let this happen again next year. You know, of course we all wanted it real bad, but, you know, it's not our culture to lose these big games. So I told them, you know, just take it to heart and just think about it all off season. So,
Coach, what did you learn about Savvy today, basically on the same field that you didn't realize, watching on tape?
Nothing. You watched the tape, and he took Michigan State. It was the same way versus Michigan State, the same way versus Indiana, same way versus Army, and UTSA. And he's a hell of a football player. I had a chance to be around this week, and he's an outstanding young man. And to sit here and try to find something wrong with him would be a disservice to him and that program across the hall. So I just want to say it was great to meet him. He's a great young man, and I'm happy for him. I'm not happy he beat us, but happy for him because the way he represented himself.
Is there an update on Chase?
Chase will be fine. He had a bruise.
A bruise?
I have a question for Coach. As Appalachian State Strong game is running the ball, was it frustrating to know that you were outrushed by Western Kentucky?
What was the rushing yards? What was the question again?
It seemed that running the ball was your strong suit, and I wanted to know if it was somewhat frustrating for you guys to be outrushed by Western Kentucky.
Well, the stats say they rushed it 28 times for 215. We rushed it 43 times for 251. So I thought we had a good job running the football today.
Any other questions?
All right. Thank you, Coach. Thank you.
Yeah, just thank you guys. Thank the city of Boca and Palm Beach County. A great experience down here for our players. And we look forward to coming back and playing again.